Hello dear students. Now this is the third video of the chapter, the three orders, and in this video we will be talking about the second order, that is nobility. The priests had placed themselves in the first and the nobles in the second order, but there is not any of the iota of the doubt that the nobility enjoyed the most significant place in the medieval European society. The practice of vassalage that developed because of their control on land had made them to play a central role in social processes. In fact, the practice had become a salient feature of the feudalistic society of France. Now, let us just see quickly what are the features of early French feudalistic society. First of all, in the absence of a strong central power, the king would parcel out administrative zones into small units and would hand over them to lords or members of nobility on some conditions. Second, the lords in turn were bound to provide military services to their lord, that is, the king in the hour of the need. So they frequently used to give some part of their income as gifts, presents, etc. to their lord. The big landowners or lords could again parcel out their land among lords who in turn would subdivide it among peasants for cultivation. And all lords from king to the smallest one dependent on the peasant labor. The lords used to take their share from the peasants in a number of ways. Sometimes they got it as labor, sometimes as revenue, and at other times as gifts or presents. Sometimes they used to get it forcefully by political legal relationship. The structure of the early French feudalistic society was hierarchical, and individuals had their designated positions in it. King was at the top of this structure. He was the head of all the feudal lords in the country. He used to grant fiefs to estates to a number of big lords, counts, dukes, etc. The big lords in turn sanctioned the authority to lesser lords known as vassals. The whole system functioned on strong bonds of personal loyalty and allegiance. Now, what is this vassalage system? In fact, the decentralization of the authority of state had become a burning need of the day. The state was in no position to assert itself to the autocracy. As has already been discussed, the feudal lords exercised full control on their respective localities. The state could not dislodge them easily. They had their own armed supporters. With their support, they defended their localities and challenged the state now and then. The state neither had the resources to recruit a standing army nor a machinery for centralized collection of revenues. It was the vassalage system that functioned as a link between the King of France and the people. This system was in practice among all Germanic people, of whom the Franks were one. The big landowners and nobles were directly vassals of the king. That means directly vassals mean the nobility regarded king as their senior or lord. The term lord has been derived from a word meaning one who provides bread. That means lord. So, they exercised their authority on lesser lords who in turn had their own subordinates, and it goes on. As has been discussed earlier, the peasants were under the control of their respective lords who provided them land for cultivation. The underlying principle of the relationship between the superior and inferior lord was the formation of a personal bond. This relationship was not based on kinship ties. The inferior or superior's lord was known as vassal. He pledged lifelong loyalty to his superior, who in turn promised to protect the vassal.